The D.C. Attorney General and members of the Trump administration in federal court for a hearing over the National Guard.
The AG filed a lawsuit last month to end the deployment of troops throughout the district. And this was an action separate from the federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department, which has ended.
Our Jay Korf joining us now live outside the courthouse where both sides presented their cases. Jay?
Yes, got major fireworks here on a Friday at federal court as attorneys for the Trump administration and the district's attorney general's office battled out over this 2-month deployment of National Guard troops from various states being here in the nation's capital. This, of course, all started in August when the president said that there's an out-of-control crime crisis here in the nation's capital and that the city needs help, despite crime numbers generally trending downward. Now, today, this federal judge heard arguments from both sides, about 1 hour, about an hour and a half from each side. The district is basically asking for a temporary injunction so that these troops can leave the nation's capital. There's about 2,300 to 2,500 that still remain. Bottom line, district had a major argument today, and that was essentially that this troop deployment is akin to an illegal invasion of the District of Columbia. The administration, their attorney, of course, countering that the president has very broad discretion in these types of matters. The city also argued that the White House essentially doesn't have the authority to oversee and deploy National Guard troops unless D.C. agrees, which it did not. Now, of course, they do have the power to put out National Guard troops if there's some kind of a national emergency, post 9/11, in New Orleans, down in Hurricane Katrina, for security reasons, if there's mobs or a riot, that type of thing. But the city is basically saying that this is unlawful based on the Constitution and based on decades of statutory law, that essentially military troops cannot come in and oversee local law enforcement duties in a state. The administration, though, insists, get this, that these troops are not engaging in local policing, despite the fact that they've been deputized and they're carrying weapons. They said that they are here to simply support. It has worked, and that the mayor has even admitted that it has worked. Just moments ago, the Attorney General for the District of Columbia, Brian Schwab, had this to say.
The military has no business doing civilian policing of Americans on American soil. That's the key issue in this case, an issue that we have been confident on the law since we filed the lawsuit. It's not making D.C. safer to have out-of-state guard who are not trained to do policing, who are not familiar with our communities, who are not trained to do the kind of key law enforcement work that our MPD does, doing police work.
Now back live outside U.S. District Court here in Washington. I should note something very important, and it was brought up during this hearing today. Why did the district wait all this time before they issued this lawsuit? They said that when they found out of the possibility of these National Guard troops staying in Washington, D.C. through 2026, in particular because of America 250, having obviously the big 250th anniversary, and it is possible that we might need more support here with so many people being here and so many activities. They say that when they heard that, they were very concerned. They wanted this to stop. Officially, I should note that the troop deployment orders are to end at the end of November. In terms of this case, the judge simply said that she is taking it under advisement.